divisions. One is your education qualification, second is your professional development, and third is your experience. Now, what is the difference between your professional growth and your experience? What did you ask?
I have asked that I have done a certain achievement of anything, but what I have shown in my CV or resume, but I don't have a certificate. What will be the impact?
This is the experience. This is not professionally. He is not asked professionally for it. It's not a part of it. It's not the official thing for something. It is something that he has done to strengthen his own skills. This is experience. When you have this kind of thing, clarify it from the very beginning. So I did not get any certificate for that. Make it clear. Or the certificate was given but I couldn't reach there, or it was lost, whatever you intend to say. But I know that it is my role was this. They are not interested in your certificate. Don't tell a lie. Don't do that. If you are caught, they would be spreading the news about you that don't get him, he is a liar. Or you put in trouble if you hire him. So don't tell a lie. Speak the truth. Say that you did not have the document or the certificate, you did not get it, you collected it, you lost it. Speak. But then you share about this particular. When you write it in your curriculum vitae or when you write it in your resume is 1 page. And when the companies come, they ask for your resume. 1 page. Now sometimes there are students, those who have worked on 20 projects. Some. Now what should be the criterion for evaluation? What have you done? The focus is never on what have you done. The focus is always on how this thing has changed. For example, if you have worked on 20 projects, now you can say that I can handle things on my own after working on 5 independent projects related to communication skills. Full stop. If they are interested, they will ask you. हम लोग क्या करते हैं ना? We elongate all the things, point down all the things. It is never known कि what did we learn. My communication skills have improved. My personal relations have improved. I have become a good communicator. Above all, I found about myself that I can get the things done even at the last moment. Write down whatever these projects, these exposures, these experiences have done to you. Instead of enlisting them, done through 4 projects or you can name them. Right? So that would be instead of writing the projects, write about what they have made you learn, what they have changed in you. Now this is something that really counts when we talk about, okay, what should be the part of your resume. Fine? These are very simple things. You will find all these things in all the books. Memorize your resume, be punctual, relax, go through a mock interview. Ask, attitude, skills, and knowledge. Ask is something. A is for attitude, S is for skill, and K is for knowledge. Now, knowledge is something that's supposed to be the basic thing. You should be familiar with all the fundamentals. Since all of you are in this nascent stage where you can talk about it, have you seen the table of contents of many of the books that you have come across? You have seen them? If you want to strengthen your fundamentals, don't open the book, open the table of the contents and try to answer yourself all the questions. Okay, this is something that I can reply to. Formulate the questions, the answer would automatically be known to you. ऐसा नहीं है कि okay ये है नहीं. Formulate 2-3 questions for each topic and you will get to know that you do not know this topic. Revision of fundamentals is very easy when you go for it from table of contents. You will find it out. This is what you have to do. Do not expect others to answer your questions. Ask yourself the question. The best part of it, only you can get to know that's how it's going to work. Knowledge is the basic thing. There is normally a riddle sort of thing that A is given 1 number, B is given 2 number, C is given 3 number. So the knowledge, the wisdom, all these things are given. Some comes out 86, some comes out of this. If you add attitude, ADTITUDE, it comes to 100%. So attitude is the only thing that counts. Sometimes it happens the people or the students who know less than whatever you do, they are selected before you. Fine. Their package is higher than yours. The company which has or she could be a part of that. What makes them special? Their attitude. Now there are people, if everybody is supposed to be a leader, it cannot be. If everybody is supposed to be a follower, it cannot be. If everybody is supposed to be a fault finder, it cannot be. When the people are selected for an organization, they try to find out that they want to have the people who are good at adjustment also. I might not be the best person. I have 5 high intellectual friends. They don't get along well at all. I have the power to make all 5 of them work together. I have the biggest advantage which the 5 of them individually do not have at all. Fine? So my advantage is I can make people give their 100%. One, I can make people stay together. I am such a good shepherd, I can keep the flock together. And despite my being a person who does not have all the qualities of them, I have the power to find them the greatest qualities. That is why. So your attitude, what kind of attitude do you have? If I think that I am the best and I am not going to work with her or him or anybody else, it's not going to work for me. My attitude is something. So attitude is something that always helps you. Skill is required for the execution of this knowledge. Knowledge is the fundamental. You should have it. There is no shortcut for it. There is no if and but. You should have it. You should have the skill to present yourself. Your attitude is something that makes you work hard. Knowledge might be knowledge more or less. When the people in the companies come, they don't see the knowledge level of knowledge. They find that you are almost on this scale, 10% plus minus here and there. That doesn't give you the count. Your skill to present that and finally on top of everything. I would say this is the 5% of the whole of it, and this is something that is 90% for whatever you do for. There are different classifications. Some say this is 100%. Some say if you do not know anything, how does your attitude help you?
I just have one question, like regarding attitude. I think students just say she or he has lot of attitude. Like I think each one has a different perception of attitude. We generally say that she has lot of attitude. I'm not going to talk to her.
Attitude, what
Exactly, attitude is. This is one thing
That's
which.
difference in attitude and
What is attitude exactly? This.
Go for the dictionary meaning. If you have a confusion, I had already told you this particular thing is a very big thing. Attitude is not complex. Complex, right? You must have heard of inferiority complex and superiority complex. You had heard about that, right? So, complex is something when you have a biased view of something. Attitude is when you have the confidence and to say and do the things. Attitude here does not mean arrogance, ignorance, apathy, complex. Attitude is a completely positive word, 100% positive word. When you say that he has attitude, ऐसा बोलते हैं ना कि कोई अंधा होता है तो बोलते हैं ना वो आँख वाला, कोई लंगड़ा होता है तो वो टांग वाला. That is the thing. Whatever is lacking in you, you take that particular thing. So attitude is exactly misinterpreted by all of us in the same way. When you don't have that, then you say उसका attitude है. It is absolutely used in the wrong way. Attitude means the ability to carry yourself well, to express yourself well, to make others feel comfortable, to make others do those things which they otherwise would not have done. This is what attitude is all about. Attitude is not arrogance. Attitude is not complex. It's not. Neither inferiority nor superiority. Attitude is an extremely positive word. And the words keep on changing their connotation in the sense. There is a word egregious, social. There is a word gregarious. Is it a right word? Greg means flaw, group. Gregarious is social person. The person who is the part of the community or the part of the group, the flock. Egregious is something that is not a part of a flock. So when it originally came in, it was stated that all the common masses in the people, which is nowadays used as mob, right? Hoi polloi, common people, the masses. Something that this is not like. When the earlier period was there, it's not only in India, it was everywhere. The kings were there. Anglo-Saxon era, when 1066, when it took place, then the Saxons, they took over the England, when it was won over, then they were extremely against it. So the education changed, the kings were a different thing. So one particular layer of the society is something that we known as elite. It was known as royal then, Buckingham Palace, right? So egregious something is not a part of the group was considered as the outstandingly good. Egregious in its original stand, it was outstandingly good. It was something that did not belong to the common masses. Now the situation changed. From monarchy to the royal thing, then came the common people and finally came democracy. In the democracy, in the social thing, if the people, they are not a part of your group, they are considered as anti-social element. So nowadays, it means outstandingly bad. Egregious has changed its connotation from black to white or white to black, from one extreme to the another one. Now this is something that takes place over the change, something that happens to the language. Now this was a complicated word. What is it? Loafer. How many of you are loafers? No, some of them have raised their hand. All of us are. लोफ होता है खाना, ब्रेड को लोफ बोलते हैं. The people who roam around here and there, they are loafers. That was the original connotation. Finally, the thing came when people settled down and started doing the work. They no longer roam here and there. Then it means that we are. Why are you roaming around when you're supposed to sit down somewhere and then do the job? It means the connotation changed from the bread earner to the vagrant. The person who is roaming around here and there aimlessly. So this is, originally it was a positive word completely. Right? If you go for the literal connotation, still all of us are loafers. Figurative, there are literal and figurative uses. He is a snake. क्या मतलब हुआ? ये जमीन पे रहता है, वो आता है, जहर की थैली है. No, it's not literal meaning, it's a figurative meaning. That he can be treacherous. But he is a fox. ऐसा नहीं कि बड़ी सी पूंछ है और बहुत तेज दौड़ता है. He is intelligent, sharp, clever, cunning, shrewd. He can put in lot of things. So these are the shades of it. Very first thing is know the basic meanings of the word. As attitude is an ambiguous. Ambiguous is something that is open to two interpretations.
Develop your attitude. There is always a person develop your being at a moral lesson on it. Develop your attitude. If someone is starting, it can be for 2 days. They are very punctual and all that. We start with it. But after that, we lose the moment and lose the time.
That means it's not a part of your personality. That cannot be your USP. There are people, there are students who still get up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever that time is. There are students who cannot get up early in the morning, but you make them sit in the afternoon. There are students, those who cannot do it in the afternoon, you make them sit at 10 o'clock in the night. That is your USP. And don't go for something that is not naturally a part of your personality. Very simple and very clear. Do not try to assume that somebody is a very good communicator or he has a great voice. You cannot change the quality of your voice. Everybody cannot have the voice of Lata Mangeshkar or Amitabh Bachchan. It cannot be melodious, mellifluous, dulcet, or it cannot be deep, sonorous. The qualities keep on changing. Get to know your personality. Get to know your USP. That is absolutely different from what the other person has. Do not go, as you have pointed out, that try to have an attitude. Don't go for pataka others. Find out your qualities. Seek the help of your friends to find out what is the best thing in you. You'll find बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि मुझसे ये नहीं होता, and then somebody comes and like, नहीं, you always handle it so well. I have seen it. So people are there to tell you that you have the ability to get this thing done by their experience and their observation. They watch you over a distance, and that makes the observation clear. अपनी यहाँ से लिखो, यहाँ करके देखो, नाक से 1 इंच इधर करके उसको देखो, सिर्फ 1 इंच की दूरी नाक से, क्या दिख रहा है? क्या क्लियरली दिखा? दिखा? That is how we observe ourselves. We are that close to ourselves. If we want to see it, there should be a specific distance that is to be maintained. So when others observe us, they observe us from a distance, and that makes the observation clear. The moment you must have seen it in psychology also, if the 2 needles are too close and they are placed on your skin, you cannot find out that they are two, unless there is a specific period. Sorry, the distance that is covered. Only then your skin can tell that there are 2 needles. If the distance is very less, then your skin cannot tell. It has to have a distance specific. I don't exactly remember how much is the distance that is specified. Same is the case with your own assessments. Try to go by what others tell you. Somebody says that I can handle that, and then says your voice is not good. You cannot be that thing. You are very soft spoken person. That is inbuilt. Don't try to be loud. Don't try to be chirpy. Because that is not a part of your personality. That you will do for 2 days. Fine. That you will do only for 2 days, and finally it has to stop. Fine. Yes. Anything else?